In this video, we're going to focus on a disgusting Mazda 3 full of pet hair. In this case, we have two large Huskies, a wolf dog breed, being shoved into the back seat. They go on trips very often with their owner, so this car is filled with long dog hair. In this case, it's not too bad. This hair is not really matted into the carpet or the seats. It's just a light layer, and longer dog hair is usually easier to work with than shorter hair, but obviously from these before video clips, we've got a lot of work ahead of us no matter what. So let's jump right in. This is Baseline Fresh Detailing. I'm AJ Supal. Moving on to the seats here, I would like to begin by saying this is not my usual method for cleaning cars that you might see in other videos. I usually start from the bottom and work my way up with the vacuuming stage as well as the wipe down stage. But in this case, I thought we'll go around, show the difference in the seats, and if I needed to clean the car and sit inside and get around, and move around to get to different positions, I don't want hair clinging to me all the time when I'm sitting in these seats. So I started with those first. I have a medium bristle hand brush and a very powerful Stanley shop vac. I'm showing you guys how to do this with just the minimum materials, and then later on in the video I will pull out my very useful rubber broom head, and this is the perfect tool for using on pet hair and other things and debris that might be stuck inside your cloth or deep into whatever other materials you might have in your interior. The methodology for cleaning these seats, and here moving on to this door panel, it's pretty similar because all these surfaces have the same cloth type texture. Make sure you figure out which pattern lets you glide your brush easiest. Depending on how the cloth might have certain designs, or if it's leather or a different material, it might create friction. So just think about different ways to attack the surface and try and attack it from all angles. Try and swipe fast or slow. Try and get different brushes to use. Maybe one might be better on a certain cloth than another. And just experiment, see how it works for you. Going over the area with your vacuum multiple times to get everything out. And if things are deeply embedded, try to make sure that suction can pull from different directions to hopefully get that hair out. If you enjoy this content, please remember to leave a like and subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any video that I drop on Friday. So here we can see I went into my toolbox and I brought out this blue rubber broom head. This is a really useful tool. You might be familiar with the lily brush or other rubber type material to get pet hair out. This is the exact same concept. I found this actually at the dollar store, so it's not like it's an expensive tool at all. And so far it's been very useful in my detailing business, so I highly recommend you guys pick these up. I've even had a lot of luck using rubber dish gloves with certain textures on them to help grip and pull things out. Those are very easy and very maneuverable around the car. I have a set of those in my toolbox as well. Rubber is naturally very sticky, so it attracts that hair and pulls it out. And then rubber can also create static electricity along certain cloths, so that also helps pull that hair out and attract it towards the rubber. A very major difference here. Moving on to the other side of the rear seats, you can see this rubber broom head really cuts that time down. I would say my time for cleaning this went down by half just by switching out this tool, so it's very, very useful. Make long passes with the rubber broom head, pull it in different directions, and then vacuum it all up. And you might find that the hair collects inside the broom head as well. Just use your fingers to sort of pick through that, and then you can vacuum that up as well. Once I've done my first pass, I'm trying to move pretty quickly throughout the entire interior, and then later on I will go through and touch up any problem areas with that rubber broom. When dealing with pet hair, you want to set the expectations with your customer. I was very lucky. My customer in this case was very understandable about the time frame that I had. He had work later that day, so it wasn't like I had a lot of time with the car. So you want to make sure they know you're never going to be able to get 100% of that pet hair out unless you're keeping that car for multiple days and being very strict with it. In the real world, getting this car back to 70 or 80% cleanliness is still a lot better than it was. As you can see, the progress that I've made and the difference here is stunning. I make sure to pull away the edges of these cushions, get underneath where your knees would rest and lower. Try to flip down the back seats if there is a switch, get around where it connects to the trunk. You can even go in with toothbrushes or the little rubber pad on the back of toothbrushes that you usually use as a tongue scraper. Those actually work really well for getting hair out of small areas. This was a mobile detail that I did in London, Ontario, Canada. My business details, usually trying to stay local in the area, just London, but I have been known to travel out to other cities. Now that we've finished with our seats, we can move on to these carpets. A large layer of long white husky hair down here. But thanks to my rubber broom being so wide, I can get a lot of these large areas pretty easily. Just a few long passes, Try to keep your hands steady and move in confident strokes, and then bring those clumps of hair into one spot on the carpet and just vacuum it all up. I believe this detail took me about 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours, and this was just a basic vacuum and obviously pet removal, and then a quick wipe down of all the plastics and other interior bits. Full of pet hair. As we move on to these after images, you can see there is a great big difference with this interior of the car. These cloth seats are back to their nice black cloth material instead of looking like white dog hair. I did wipe down this front areas, I just didn't get it on footage, so you can see the cup holders are not nasty anymore, the steering wheel is clean, all of the buttons do not have dog slobber all over them. On these back seats here, you can see the footwells are clean, and these rear seats actually cleaned up really well. I was surprised there wasn't really dog spit or slobber anywhere. It was just the hair and a couple paw prints on the doors, so not much to clean up on the actual cloth themselves. When the owner came out, they were ecstatic at the difference that I made, and it felt good helping a community member. So please leave a like and subscribe if you like this content. I'm AJ Supal. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching. If you like this content, please remember to leave a like and subscribe. This is Baseline Fresh.